Hey everyone, thank you for checking out this video. I have something very special I'd like to show you guys today. So if you're coming from the Facebook post, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you're coming off of YouTube and don't know what I'm talking about, I have been collecting Pink Floyd items for about 7 years now, give or take, when the video goes up on YouTube. And starting in 2019, I started collecting ticket stubs, and quickly ticket stubs have become one of my favorite items to collect for Pink Floyd. I honestly can't tell you why. It is just very mesmerizing to hold something that was at one of those concerts, someone that spent their money to go see the show. And originally it was just a few on a shelf. And then soon it turned into a book, like a portfolio with sleeves glued into it. But then soon that became too much. And now I have this. And this is book 1 of 2. Because I just have that many stubs. And plan on getting many more stubs. And I didn't really care for the 77 tour, like, when I was younger in, like, 2019. I mean, I wanted one particular ticket, but at the time it didn't really interest me. But now, you've read the title, and if you've seen the Facebook post, I have one ticket from each North American 1977 In the Flesh shows. April 22nd through July 6th, 1977. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so here are the first few tickets. Let's start off with the first show. Start off with this one here. This is for Pink Floyd at the Miami Baseball Stadium, April 22nd, 1977. This was a Cellar Door Concerts Presents. And it's been stamped rain or shine. You can see here the ticket was $10 with the sales tax and the price. General admission, number 6,656. Very nice ticket. This is a very nice full ticket. You can see there it's kind of etched in. There we go. Look at that. The only bits that are printed are the rain or shine and the price and stuff. So yeah, very nice. This is a quick ticket design. This was very common American kind of style tickets in the day. So, alright, next up was one that I didn't plan on buying. It is 2 Miami tickets combined into one. You can see here that the numbers are fairly close together. And so, they form a really nice full ticket. So yeah, same thing, same show, all that jazz. Alright, next up, we're still in Florida at the Tampa Stadium in Tampa. An evening of sight and sound with Pink Floyd, April 24th, 1977. This was a limited advance ticket, $8.50, tax included. This is number 9,131. Very nice ticket. Very kind of iconic design for Pink Floyd. The day of show tickets are slightly different. There's black bars on the side. I'll throw a photo up on screen now. But this is a limited advance and it says it as well. On the back, it just has some rules. Please do not come early and like beverages are prohibited. Thank you. I'm going to guess it says thank you for your continuing cooperation. Yeah. Alright, next one, we're moving to Georgia. Oop. Oh, come on now. We're moving to Georgia at the Omni. This is Concert West presents at the Omni, an evening with Pink Floyd in the flesh. Tuesday, April 26, 1977. This seems to be a limited view seat, section 212, row G, seat 7. And it looks like it costs $7.50. So yeah, with these Omni tickets from the 77 tour, the ink on them, as you can see, is not very good. It doesn't hold up very well. And there's multiple other examples showcasing the ink being faded over time. I haven't seen one where it's in really nice shape. My guess is that the ink was just bad. I'm not for sure. But you can also tell by the ticket design that this is kind of, it looks like an 80s ticket. Like this is like a Ticketmaster ticket. I'm not too sure who the company is. I think it's called Seats. Very obscure kind of company. There's not a lot about them. So, but it's really cool seeing like this kind of 80s design during the like 77 tour and the era where quick tick tickets were dominant, as you can tell by the next few tickets. Next up is April 28th, 1977 at the LSU Assembly Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And this is a Beaver Productions Presents. Another quick tick design, as you can see there. This was for seat section U9, row P, seat 11. And I believe you entered portal E. So yeah, very nice. I really dig like this design. The beaver there with the big buck teeth is really funny. I like it a lot. Just checking out my notes. Oh yeah, we don't know the price for these tickets. It could be $8.50 or $10. I've seen $10 or $8.50. Not too sure. I think the $10 were the floor on like GA tickets. Not too sure. These kind of tickets are not too common, but they're still really nice. Alright, next up is Pink Floyd, April 30th, 1977, at the Jepson Stadium in Houston, Texas. And this is a Concert West Presents. This whole show was general admission, and this was $21,111. And this is obviously a unused ticket. On the back here it says no bottles, cans, alcoholic beverages, lawn chairs, or coolers. It doesn't say audio recorders or video cameras. You can see here this was $10, and GA, you had to get there early to get good seats. There's a lot of unused tickets from this show. Maybe they just had a lot just sitting around. It's not a canceled show because I've seen used tickets and it's been confirmed that they did play there, but there's just so many unused ones. It could be that like the promoter Concert West or like the company found a bunch of these tickets, just like this one. We'll get to this one in just a bit, but it could be a similar situation. I'm not too sure personally, off the top of my head. Alright, next up is one of my favorite shows from the 1977 tour. It's Fort Worth, Texas. Also a Concert West Presents, May 1st, 1977, first May show. And this is at the Tarrant County Convention Center Arena. This is for very good seats actually. Section 206, row AA, seat 21. And this is for balcony seats. Very nice kind of baby blue. I really dig this kind of color. Blue is my personal favorite color, if you couldn't tell. Quick tick design. I mean, obviously because it's in Texas, so, and this is a Texas-based company, so kind of a no-brainer. I really dig the Pink Floyd style they're going on with these tickets, with the Battersea chimney and the pig on it. Really makes these tickets stand out. Really, really dig them. Alright, next we're moving to Phoenix. And this actually is pretty interesting. This was the last ticket I needed to complete the whole like North American 77 ticket collection. It took me a while to find this one. I was talking to people, seeing if they would sell theirs, and they're like, no, it means too much to me. I understand that. And then a friend of mine sent me a listing. It was like, aren't you missing Phoenix 77 ticket? And I was like, yes. he sent me a listing, and it was the Animals album with this ticket, and I bought it instantly. I didn't really care about the price. I think it was like $40. I didn't care. I just bought it. So yeah, and like when I got this, I was just vindicated. It was so nice to finally complete this. So anyway, moving on. This is a Section 50, Row 24, Seat 1 ticket, $7.50 at the Vets Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix, Arizona. Pretty oddball show. We don't have many photos. I actually don't know if we have any photos from this show. We also don't have an audience recording or Super 8, so pretty enigma show. Unfortunately, that's kind of like the thing with some of these shows. Some of these 77 shows are more popular than others, and people care a lot more about them than just say like Phoenix, for instance. And segueing into this, you can obviously tell that I care a hell of a lot for Anaheim. I absolutely love the Anaheim shows. There's just something about each night that really is amazing. May 6th is a very famous bootleg. It is California Stockyard, and that was, I believe, John Wizzardo's recorder. So, the first thing we're going to look at is this. This is an extremely rare pass. You can see it's for the May 6th show, Wolf and Rizzmiller concerts. I'm not a pass collector. I don't do this kind of stuff. But when I saw this one for sale, I just had to grab it. You can see here it's been laminated on the back. See, it's obviously been used. It doesn't have the crack and peel kind of backing to it. Nice blue. I absolutely love this one. There is a backstage pass for this show. It is red, I'm fairly certain. I'll throw a picture up on screen now. So yeah, absolutely love this one. And this pass actually came with this ticket. But it's not the seller's pass and ticket. These I found to be separate listings from long ago, and then the seller bought both and then sold them to me for a marked up price. So this is a very iconic ticket. I mean, this is one of the tickets that have been just reproduced. Wolf and Rizzmiller concerts in coordination with KLOS 95.5 brings you Pink Floyd, Friday, 7:30 p.m., May 6, 1977. This is a general admission, $9.50, if purchased prior to April 4th, 1977, $12.50 in advance. So it would have been $9.50 if purchased prior to April 4th, and then $12.50 afterwards, even on the day of the show. It says rain or shine, admit one, no refunds. They still do that nowadays, and it's really sad. See here, it's a Dillingham Ticket Co. in Los Angeles. You can see there, that's the pretty iconic thing from Anaheim Stadium. See here, this is number 1,890. And yeah, the ticket would have been much longer. As you can see here, this is a unused one for the next day, but we'll get to that in just a second. So yeah, I love this one. You can see here that each show had different color schemes. So yeah, really nice. But we're not doing this right now. We have a very interesting stub. This is also for May 6th, a Ticketron variant. See here, does it say Ticketron? I can tell you instantly that this is Ticketron. It just says printed in the US. This is a Ticketron ticket, no doubt. But before I learned about these kind of stubs, I bought this for dirt cheap, and I was confused because it said March 14th, which would have been March 14th, 1977, if this was a 77 ticket. You can see up here, May 6th. I didn't know what this was because the date/event code was right there. I was like, what's going on? But you can see here, KLOS sponsored this ticket. I mean, you can see here that KLOS is on this ticket, and that was a sponsor for the show. And it says Pink Floyd, and even on the back in pencil, it says Anaheim Stadium, May 6, 1977. So, like, what's going on? So after looking for this for a month, I've put it on the back of my mind, until recently a unused Ticketron ticket from the May 6th show popped up, and it confirmed that this is a May 6th ticket. Here, take a look. So then that leaves the question, why does it say March 14th, 1977 there? Well, on March 13th, 1977, in the LA Times is when Anaheim was announced to go on sale that day. That's right. So, this was purchased the day after the tickets went on sale. Very interesting. Very interesting. Alright, moving on to May 7th. Alright, and this is a beautiful, full May 7th ticket. This is 100% real. I've confirmed it. You can tell that the perforations here are real. Most reproductions wouldn't go through the effort to make the perforations real there. Say, you can see the things on the side here, and I can get to a little bit more explaining to do. And I can tell you guys about these two audit pieces here. It's actually kind of genius. So, if this ticket was purchased after April 3rd, it would have this piece still attached to it to say that you paid $12.50. If you bought it before April 3rd, boom, this stub wouldn't be here, and this stub would be here. And yeah, you can even see it says right there, $9.50 in advance if stub is detached. So yeah, that's what that means. If an unused stub has just this one right here, it was purchased before April 3rd, 1977. If it has this, it was purchased after April 3rd, 1977. But this is another one of those shows where there's so many unused tickets for it. But this one we have a story for. So sometime in the late 90s or early 2000s, John Wolfe or Steve Rismiller found and sold a bunch of these unused tickets on eBay, and people scooped them up. They scooped them up. I'm gonna guess they were very low priced, very reasonable. Coming from one of the promoters from the show, people scooped them up and then have been reselling them. I've seen these things being listed for $500, $600, which is ridiculous in my opinion. These are only worth anywhere between, like, I would say 75 to 100 bucks. Because there's just a lot of them out there. It's rarer to find a used one than an unused one for this show. If you can find a used one like this one, buy it. And if it's a good price, buy it. Because unused ones, they're cool, but used ones are rarer. Alright. That's that. And now we have another Ticketron ticket. So, after figuring out this one was a Ticketron ticket, I went to this one, because I've had this one for a little bit of time before this unused one, and I was trying to figure out, okay, so what's the deal here? You can see that it says show here, which I thought was odd, like, why does it say show? But all the dates match, and the price matches, the radio station matches, and the date/event code is purchased before the show. And it says May 7th up there. So what gives? Why does it say show there? Well, a unused ticket from the 7th was found on Facebook, and here it is. It says second show. 2D show. So yeah, it just indicates that it's the second show, because the first one was so popular, it definitely warranted a second show. And this is the show we have 8mm for. For the longest time, I thought it was the 6th. But nope, it's the 7th, which is interesting. Both shows are fantastic, but personally, I love the 6th because of the bootleg history. Alright, so that's April 22nd, 1977 through May 7th, 1977. Let's move on to the last 3 shows of the first North American 1977 leg. 3, 2, and 1. I removed the tickets, so no peeking until next time. Alright? Alright, so Oakland. There is a lot to say about Oakland, especially this first night. May 9th, 1977, at the Oakland Coliseum Arena. This is a Bill Graham Presents. You can see here it says Section 104, Row M, Seat 2, and this was $9. So, let's talk about Oakland. There is a lot of misconception around Oakland. People think Pink Floyd performed at the Oakland Coliseum, the big Coliseum, the baseball stadium. And you're fair to assume that because on the posters and the advertisements, it doesn't say arena anywhere. The only place it says arena is on these Bass tickets. Well, they did not play at the Coliseum. They played at the arena next to the Coliseum. They did play at the arena. I talked to bootlegging friends, some people that even attended there, and they confirmed that it was the smaller arena next to the Coliseum. Still kick-ass show. This is a fantastic, clean bootleg recording of a Pink Floyd show. It is argued that this is one of the best sounding recordings. And I can agree with that, but there's better performances out there in my opinion. In my opinion, performance is more important than quality. The recording might be bad, but if the performance is fire, then I'll love the show. When we get to the second leg, there's a particular show that I didn't even really consider listening to until I did, and it is one of my favorites. So what makes this show so special? This is the last time Pink Floyd ever performed Careful with That Axe Eugene live. Yep. After Us and Them, the band went off stage. The crowd just wanted more. So, it's theorized that Roger came back out on stage and started strumming the chords to Careful with That Axe Eugene, and the rest of the band came back out and started playing. When the bootleg first came out in 1977, people didn't think that this was real because this was such a one-off thing. And that's why it was excluded from a great set. They were like, this has to be an earlier show. They didn't play this song anywhere. But they did. They played it this night. And I've also heard that after the show concluded, there were still people chanting, like, Pink Floyd, and, like, cheering and shit. And, like, one of the announcers had to come out on stage and just say on the microphone, just like, there's no more songs, they're gone, guys. Please go home. Because it was like a good 10-15 minutes afterward, and people just wanted more, man. So yeah, that's the first Oakland night. Just bumped my camera. Alright, and next is May 10th, 1977. Another Bass ticket here with slightly different placements. Oakland Coliseum Arena was on top for the May 6th, and now it's been switched around. Another good show. I don't really listen to this one all too often. This is for section 122, row F, seat 5, and this was $9. See, it was been bent right there as well, but Another fantastic looking ticket. I love the little bass fish in the background holding the tickets with his top hat. It's pretty cute. Not a whole lot to say. I don't really care for the show, but I don't hate it. But next up is the H.S. Crocker Incorporated ticket. This would have been a much longer ticket. This is just the little piece at the end. And this was for Section 14, Row B, Seat 5. You can see it's for May 10th, 1977. And also you can see here, Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Doesn't say arena. Alright, for the last show is this. A very odd looking, a big odd ticket from May 12th, 1977 at the Coliseum Complex in Portland, Oregon. This was a John Bayer Concert Company Presents, JBC. This was $10 in advance, no refunds. Number 428. So this was an all GA show. I really like the Pink Floyd font that they chose right here. It's very kind of early years, or like 1972-73 era. It doesn't scream 77 in my opinion, but hey. There was an audit piece right here, like a little stub, and people have those and sell those all the time. So I don't know if this ticket is considered used or unused. I would call it unused because it does look like an unused ticket. This would be the audit stub, and this is the piece you get back, or the other way around. But like, ripping off this portion and then giving you back almost essentially a whole ticket, it's kind of weird, in my opinion. So, I think this is unused, personally. I like to think it's unused because the amount of money I paid for it, it should be unused. But, I digress. Great looking ticket. And another weird show to close off the first leg. There's barely any photos, no audience recording or 8mm, but we have a photo of the pre-show of people like gathering around the stage. It is so weird to see the big 1977 setup in such a small little venue, because it is a tiny venue. It's not big by any means. That concludes the first leg of the North American tour. I will post the next part on June 15th, 2024. And that will be June 15th through July 6th, 1977. Thank you all for watching this first part, and I'll catch y'all on the 15th of June. Bye-bye!